observed before we give members of the media a chance to engage?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Pavi, and members of the media. Yeah, I think this sometimes football can be funny, you know. I think we started the game, you know, a little bit sluggish, and we allow them, you know, to press us and not allowing us, you know, time and space on the ball. But at the same time, we had opportunities because we wanted, you know, to apply that pressure so that we can, you know, get space behind. And I think first half we had more better chances than them. You know, to go into half time leading at least 2-0. It was in to be, and then second half against the run of play, one mistake, you know, we considered. But even before that, I think we had created, you know, a couple of chances that we could have capitalized on. And I think after conceding again, we looked like scoring at any given, you know, at any given time. Unfortunately, it was one of those nights where you can try everything, but the keeper as well, I think, kept them in the game. And yeah, we ended up, you know, losing the game. But can't fault the boys. I think they gave their best. They did everything, and from the mistake, we can always learn from our mistakes, you know. Next time again, maybe we'll be able to bury the chances we created. So that's why I said football can be funny sometimes, you know.
Thank you, Coach. Members of the media, the same, the sharper the question, the many questions we can field. I've got my clock set already, so I will be able to. There's a mic here. Let's get the mic going. There's a hand. Thank you.
Coach, unlucky on the loss. My question is simply, would you say that there's an over-reliance on Caleb? Because we saw that there was a time when Sekhukhune tripled up on him. So the Jima, the Cardozo, and then they also brought in Maashe to come and close that aerial threat that he posed. They almost looked like there was no plan B. Would you say there's an over-reliance, or do you guys just have other plans that if you don't find Caleb, there's always other ways for Chiefs to score goals?
I think if you look at the number of chances that we created, you will see that we had a plan B. You know, for the fact that we managed to operate half spaces and created goal scoring opportunities. You know, when you look at the players that had shot at goals and created those chances, it was not, you know, Caleb. And actually it was a plus for us, you know, for the fact that we could see that they're putting a lot of, you know, bodies around him. So that means there's a space for other players to exploit. And I think the guys did well when it comes to that. And like as I said, I think their keeper, you know, kept them in the game. When you look at the number of chances we created today, had maybe scored, if we scored one, maybe we were gonna open the floodgates, and unfortunately it wasn't to be, like I said. But I just commend the effort of the boys, you know. You look at the young Duduzi when he came on, and you look at Ash as well, you know. Machine today was in control of the midfield, and that's the machine we want to see. And you know, he's growing in stature, which is the good thing for us, because we need more of our ball players, you know, to be in charge, you know. And I think Machine today played very well.
Coach, Coach, you always said that football is a game of pressure, and coming into this game today, it's a Chiefs birthday, 53rd birthday, and Sekhukhune comes and spoils the party. I just want to find out how frustrating it is as a coach to see your child playing so well, creating so many chances, and yet they still fail to convert. And going ahead in the games against Amazulu and Sundowns, you have to go back to the drawing board to try and rectify those, to make sure you convert those chances. How frustrating it was to see the job failing to convert so many chances you created. Thank you.
I'm just disappointed that I think we lost a game we shouldn't have lost, you know. But as I said earlier on, sometimes if the keeper is on top of his game, there's nothing he can do. You know, the fact is we created chances. You know, it was going to be a worrying factor if we lost at home, and when you look at the goal scoring opportunities, you know, were not enough. Right? Like I said, it wasn't to be. It's one of those days. Yes, I'm disappointed. You know, I'm disappointed for the fact that it was our our birthday. You know, the club's birthday, and we wanted to give a good present to the chairman, you know, forefathers, and all the people, you know, who've always been part and parcel of this journey. You know, so it did not happen, and yeah, these things, they do happen, and maybe we'll come back stronger after this game, because the good thing is that we created a lot of chances. I was gonna be very, very worried if we had a poor game, and when you look at our game plan, I think it worked. It was just one night, of just disappointment, and yeah, I'm disappointed myself. As I said, that our supporters, they came in numbers to cheer us up, and unfortunately, the results, did not come. But it's not the end of the day. It's not the end of the world for us. We'll regroup. We'll go and look at ourselves where we can, fix and improve, and we'll get going. And as I said, I still believe, this is our 15th game. We still have another 15 games to play for. So there's a lot to play for. And football is a funny game. It's a very funny game. Might be losing today, and there will be times when we gain the momentum and winning games, game after game, and we will get to that point, because it's part of football.
We've got opportunity for last two questions, really.
Yeah, Coach, in fact, still on that tip, looking at today, you came to the game with the two teams just above you, having lost also. You feel that it's also a missed opportunity in that sense, in terms of closing that gap, and also maybe to consider this as a bit of a wake-up call, because you had fairly done well in the last. I think you had won 5 out of the 7 in the last 5 out of the last 7 matches. I also want to ask you. Last week you gave a chance to Mahlatsi, and also again today you started with him. How do you assess in terms of how he's fared in these past 2 matches?
The first question.
Velile, if you can take them one.
Yeah. The
So
first question.
Coach can understand.
Yeah.
Which
The first
one
question
is
was.
The first question is a missed opportunity.
A missed opportunity. Yeah. To climb the ladder. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks. As I said, Bravi, football is a funny game. We saw the opportunity today. We said, guys, most of the teams that on the chasing pack, if you check, they lost, and it was an opportunity for us also to climb the ladder. But it wasn't to be. Funny enough, for the second time now, and I don't think it's going to happen for the third time. I remember there was a time against Chipa. I think we had the opportunity to be in position 1. It did not happen, and this time again we had the opportunity to be in position 2, and it did not happen. So obviously it will happen at the right time. I do believe it will happen at the right time, and for the fact that we are not bad in terms of our performance. And performance is when you look at them, look at the boys, how they exerted themselves today. I'm a proud coach. I'm proud to work with them, and we go on the right track. And then going to Mahlatsi, as I said, I think when it comes to Hlasea, we want to give all the players the opportunity, because this is a massive team, and we want to see which players that can deal with the pressure, and players who cannot deal with the pressure, and then so that we can know where we're going. And so far so good. I think he did well last week, and second half I understand he hasn't been playing regularly for some time, and he was bound to quickly get tired. Second half he was a little bit tired. But again today, I think for the fact that we created a chance, I think more or less the goal that they scored against us, he was in a good position, but his first touch let him down. So the fact that he was there in the right position to score, which is good. Next time he'll bury it, or he'll bury those chances. So yeah, it's one of those days where you keep on encouraging the players until we get it right. And I'm happy with him. And I was a player myself, like I said. I was a player myself. So a player doesn't need only one chance, a second chance, to prove himself. Unfortunately, at some point, the competition is stiff. If other players are available, then this is a game of opportunities. If you are given the opportunity, you have to grab it with both hands.
Lawrence, close for us.
Coach Lorenzo from Legacy Times. On that Matlatsi question, Mr. Follow, you played many players there, Gama, Ashley, Keegan, Duduzi on that left side. But you've been linked with another player who can play there, Pule Modi. But over the past few weeks now, it's seemingly clear that it's an option you're not pursuing. But what are the options that you are pursuing? What is the priority target in terms of a position for you as Kaizer Chiefs before the window closes?
Any available quality player, will always go for them. It depends, and obviously we want to bring in players that can add value, that can be able to deal with the pressure. So, and again, when you look at the good players that we have right now, we also feel that we want to give them a fair chance, to prove themselves. And that is why you can't be specific when it comes to where we want to beef up. I feel in the middle we still have the likes of George, we still have Cole, we have Nange, the young Zwane also, he's been doing very well. So we still covered, yes, but if we get another good midfielder, defensive midfielder, why not? We'll bring him on board. There's no doubt about it. And yeah, even the strikers. So we're just looking for the players that can come and add value, in the team.
Coach, we thank you. We're tempted to take more questions, but good night, ladies and gentlemen. We'll meet again here on the 21st of January. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.
Coach.